Welcome back, guys. Again, back on it, as you know how it is, working on the VL. So, we've actually had Jake who's messaged me. Thank you again for actually giving me a bit of information on this car. This thing was actually tuned with a Z32 MAF. So it did actually come with one when we originally picked it up. I thought this was maybe just a cheap aftermarket one, which I think it actually is. It is completely different to the actual VL MAF. So that is one thing that I'm going to look into. I need to see how to actually test these, see if this one's good. If not, then I actually do need to buy another one. But in the meantime, what I did want to do is I got a new bumper. As we know, this bumper has been broken off, so I ended up buying a brand new second-hand unpainted bumper. I don't actually know how to take these off, so basically it's going to be a bit of a learning curve, see how everything's bolted up, how it all comes off. I do know that they do come off in like one whole big piece, but it might look a little bit hairy going because it's not painted. We'll get around to that, but for now, let's dive into it. Okay, so now that we got the front bumper on, I'm quite happy with how it actually looks now. Again, unfortunately, it's not painted, but I'll tell you what, it's better than looking at a completely broken one. So, I'm happy with how this turned out. Now there is one thing I wanted to do as well, and as you see, there is a bit of an oil patch. I've been wanting to pressure wash under here for so long, just because of how cruddy and crummy it all is. And I just ended up buying a new pressure washer, so this would be a good time to actually test it out. So there's one thing that I am actually worried about, and as we all know, it's related to the Dizzy. Pretty sure everyone knows with these Dizzies, if you get water in them, they're fucked instantly. My whole thing now is try not to get it wet. I actually wouldn't mind putting a bag on it, just because if I'm under there spraying up, I don't want to get any shit in there at all. While I'm under there, I'll spray it all with degreaser just so I can clean up all the underneath. She's been leaking a little bit for a while. It's one of the things that I just really need to tick off the list. Alright, so I just bagged up a couple things. I've already degreased everything under there, so I'm just going to let that sit for a little bit. And now I'm just going to set up the pressure washer, get everything ready, and hopefully we can get everything looking all nice. Alright, so I just spent a bit power washing a bunch of the underside. Managed to clean up a decent amount of shit, which I'm happy about. Can't really show you too much because everything's all wet. So right now, I'm just going to let all this dry. I still need to tackle a bit of the interior. I still need to put the passenger seat in. I did just order a new MAF, so I'm waiting to go be able to pick that up. It's a Z32 MAF, so I'm going to give that a sus when I get it. And if it's not, if changing the MAF over isn't going to fix it, then I genuinely believe this is going to need a reflash. So I need to tackle the interior, wait for the MAF to come, see how everything goes. Alright, so I haven't tackled the interior just yet, but I did get a package in, and I'm really hoping that this solves my issue. This is a new Z32 MAF. Now there were some with a 6-pin plug, but because this had originally a 4-pin on it, I went and bought the same one. So now I want to throw this in, and I'm really hoping that this solves the issue. If it doesn't, then I'm really thinking that it's just going to need to get retuned. Now, I know this is pretty dodgy, but I don't like cutting up stock harnesses. I'd rather just make a little patch lead, which I'll probably end up doing with this, just to make it a little bit nicer and keeping more of the original factor. In cleaning the car underneath, I have also found that I now know why my power steering pump was so noisy. I had no fluid in it. I've actually got a power steering leak that leaks down there, and since cleaning it, there is actually, it's hard to see, but there is actually a lot of oil that's already caked around the area. So that's one issue that I'm gonna have to fix up. I don't know why I never ended up checking the oil. It was dead empty, bone dry. That's why we could also hear the power steering pump. So hopefully I didn't cause any damage doing that. It should be alright. But right now, what I want to do is chuck on this MAF and let's see how it runs. So, new MAF's in. I've just got this propped up here. It is pinned the way how it was originally pinned, so let's see if this works. Let's chuck the battery in and see what happens. General, please sponsor. So the oil actually in the power steering reservoir is quite glittery, I'm not gonna lie.
It doesn't help that it's making some fucked up noises right now.
Alright, so even though we've got a power steering line, she's still doing the exact same thing, even with a brand new MAF. So now we still need to fix a bunch of things. Still need to fix the power steering leak. So now in changing the MAF, I really genuinely think that it is a ECU tune issue. So basically all I can really do now is just clean it all up, get it ready, fix a bunch of little things, get it all ready, so then I can just send it to a dyno and then they can actually get a tune. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but there's a lot of lows with this car, so hopefully now that we've basically changed almost everything, we can start to have some more highs, because right now there's a lot of things going wrong, but I guess that's what happens when you're in an old car. So now it's just sort of fix everything up. So let's get on to that. Since the VL isn't going as well as we wanted to, I actually just got a couple toe straps for my U. So now, basically what I want to do is take the front bumper off. Need to cut a little slit in the front bumper, and I need to find where I can put it in the rear. Basically, I just want to tick this off the list of getting some toe straps, just so when we go out on track, if anything does happen, we've got some way to recover me. I also found my stock airbox, so I put that back in. If I had an actual, like a growler intake or like a straight fighter, I would have ran it, because you got a pod filter in a box, but stock airbox will do perfectly fine. Don't really need anything else, so let's get to taking this bumper off. It's all held on by zip ties, so should be quite quick. Alright, so made another mark. It's the center of the rail, and I do actually prefer putting it there just for it pulling. I feel like it would be better in this spot instead of it being off-centered. So I'm going to take the headlight out so I can actually drill this easier. Yeah, always remember, drilling in the metal to always primer your shit, because the last thing we want is anything to rust. Alright, now that we drilled that, now we can just let that sit and dry. So now while we'll let this dry, let's put the headlight back on. Let's use a little bit of YouTube magic for this one. Alright, now that's back on. Now, this is dried enough, so now we can actually put the strap on. Alright, so we got all this mounted now. It's good. Now all I need to do is take some measurements and put it on the bumper. It should be roughly around here, and then cut a slit in the bumper, and that should be it. So let's get some measurements and let's do it. That is now done. So now let's just piece everything back together. I need to go through a lot of zip ties because this whole front bumper is held on by zip ties. I did it that way on purpose, just it's quick and easy. So let's go through about 1 million zip ties. Okay, so I got dark real quick, but everything's back together. So I think that's it for this video, so thank you for watching. I'm glad that we've got this toe strap all done. Still need to figure out the rear, but hopefully we get a couple more packages coming in and we can actually dive into the turbo thing. So thank you for watching. If you've stayed this far, stay tuned for more content. I'll see you in the next one.